What is up, gamers? How we doing today? It is me, Dan, moderately anonymous MTG, and we are here with another great episode of our gameplay series, and we got some awesome guests for y'all today. Before I introduce everybody, just want to remind y'all, go hit up our Patreon if you want to support the show, get access to our private Discord, watch episodes early, tons of other awesome benefits, including tons of back hours of bonus footage that you can find right here on YouTube. Also, go hit up our Bonfire store if you want to get some awesome shirts. We just got in some new awesome tie-dye designs for summer. And of course, if you want to sleeve up your cards, use our Dragon Shield affiliate link and our TCG player affiliate link if you want to put some in those Dragon Shield sleeves. For our guest today, we got none other than the wonderful Dylan from Play to Win. We've got our friend Adam from Casually Competitive, and we've got good friend of the show, Tad from the Bufftown Bullies with us. Let's go ahead and hop into the deck techs. First up is Mod playing Tivit, Settler of Secrets. This is a control deck looking to lock down the board while it sets up a one-card win con with Time Sieve. Next up is Adam playing Nath of the Gilt Leaf. This is a hard stacks deck looking to lock opponents out of the game, while it uses Nath's ability to create tokens to take over the board. Third up is Dylan playing Atraxa, Grand Unifier. This is a 4-color food chain deck using Atraxa as an outlet to draw through its deck and win with Thassa's Oracle. And last up is Tad playing Tymna and Kraum Blue Farm. This is a deck leveraging its commanders as drawing engines while it closes out the game with Underworld Breach combos. As always, this episode is brought to you by TCG Player. Hit that TCG Player affiliate link in the description to pick up any of the cards that you see in today's video. It's a great way to help out the channel. And we're also partnered with Dragon Shield. Pick up the greatest card sleeves and TCG accessories in the multiverse and support the show. All of these links are in the video description below. And thank you to all of our patrons who make great content like this possible. Become a patron to enjoy Patreon exclusive content, give direct support to the channel, join our Patreon Discord, and even get your deck featured on the show. And remember, if you enjoy this video, it helps out a lot to click that like and subscribe button. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, and everyone is highly appreciated. And without further ado, let's hop into the game.
I'll go to 6.
I got a 6.
My 6 now. Oh, come on. It's got the Smothering Tithe in it, but no mana. This sucks. And a Ristic Study. That sucks. It does have an Urza Saga, but that doesn't count. I'm going to go to 5.
I'll go to 5 also.
All right. Got some 5 gamers. I got a pretty decent 5, though. We're going to keep it.
This is a grade 6. Very medium. Less good 5.
Anybody got a pregame?
Not for me.
Nope.
Nothing for me.
All right. Good luck. Have fun, everybody. Draw, Hallowed Fountain, untapped, go to 38, and I'll cast a Remora. And then I will cast a Mana Crypt. I'm going to also cast a Mana Vault.
Oh, Jesus.
And then
A little
I'll
bit of mana. Play Undergrowth Stadium, tap for green, and play a little Fintorn Elves. And I will pass the turn.
Collector Oof on turn 2. Gotcha. So for anyone who just watched my latest video about trying to read your opponents in cEDH, this is me doing it in real time. Do I know that Adam has a Collector Oof effect in his hand? No, of course not. We just started this game. But this is something like keeping my eye out for all the time. Whether or not I can play around that fact is a whole different story. You saw the 5 that I kept. There's not a whole lot that I can do about the fact that there's an Null Rod coming down next turn, possibly. But I am keeping my eye open for it. And I'm also alerting my other opponents at the table who might also hate that Null Rod effect that maybe if they have some interaction, they should maybe be thinking about Null Rod effects. Whether or not that's going to be helpful to me remains to be seen, but it's always good to talk about what your opponents might be doing. Talking is a free action.
Draw a card.
I would never.
All right, I'll do my best to not feed that fish also, if at all possible. I'm just going to cast this Death Threat Shaman off of Savannah and pass my turn. I can't hear Tad.
I'm not talking. I'm
Oh,
playing.
okay. Sorry, my bad.
I'm going to play. I have to feed it one time.
I have a Mana Crypt and a Mana Vault. I'm going to keep it forever.
I'm going to play this Mana Crypt. I'm sorry.
I will draw.
I'll pass the turn.
Untap, Mystic Remora, and a Mana Crypt trigger. Crypt first. 1, so I'll 2 games at 35. And conveniently, it is on 1, and I will pay for that many H counters on it. I would like to leave 1 floating to cast a Talisman of Progress. Blue into the Talisman, go to 34, and cast a Ristic Study. Play this Godless Shrine tapped, and pass the turn.
Untap, draw, play a Cavern of Souls. I shall name Elf, casting this Null Rod, and I will pay for the Ristic Study, but I cannot pay for the fish.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That's all I got if that resolves.
Untap. Draw a card. Play a Marsh Flats. Crack the Marsh Flats. Go to 39. Tap the Savannah for a Wild Growth. on the Underground Sea. I'll pay for the Ristic Study here, and you can draw off Mystic Remora.
Sure.
And then that's it. I'll pass turn.
Upkeep, mana crypt trigger, odds is damage. Evens, draw. Ancient Tomb is land for turn.
Tap crypt. We take damage to 31 fish. Play for it again. I drew a land because I'm ingenious. Morphic Pool is land for turn. Seems like that's going to be it. I'm just going to pass. Oh, mana vault damage. Thank you, Moloch. I'll go to 30.
Oh, untap, draw. Wooded Foothills, crack that. I'll lose a life. Bayou, 2 mana, and I'll use that Bayou to pay for the Ristic to cast a Chalice of the Void on 1.
Oh, wow, buddy.
Okay.
Mystic Remora trigger 2.
I was debating for 2, but I was like, I'll pay for the card draw.
Okay.
You can have the Remora one.
Thank you. It was a Lotus Petal, so it's helpful. Yeah.
But I'll be passing after that.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw card. Here's a Gemstone Caverns as my land for turn. And cast Displacer Kitten. I will exile. Adam, I'll get your land to pay for the Ristic Study. That's it. Pass turn.
Crypt trigger, odds is damage. It's a 4. Gonna
It is-
shock this.
yeah.
I'm gonna take 2 damage. Play this Ranger Captain. Yes, I'll pay for it. Can I search?
Yes.
I think I just go find Esper Sentinel. I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Crypt. Even, so we're safe. Remora, I will pay for.
Damn it.
Draw step, and I'll take damage for the ball. I mean, what the f else am I going to do? Think I got spells to cast? I got that Lotus Petal I drew. I'll pass.
Very funny.
Thank you. My improv classes are paying off. So now we're about 2.5 turns later, and you can see that this Null Rod is putting in some serious work here. The Chalice of the Void is also a great follow-up. You can see exactly how devastating these effects are, and you can imagine a world in which Dockside Extortionist was less popular and less powerful, and seeing more Null Rods and just how absolutely devastating it can be.
Untap, draw. Play this Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Can't
can
pay for
see.
Ristic, but I'll slam Nath. See what happens.
You'll probably
With
win.
me.
All right, and I will pass turn.
I'll go to my turn. Polluted Delta. Dan, 2.
You got it. 27. Ooh, and
Pass
death
turn.
right?
Crypt trigger, odds is damage. 1. There we go. Play this Volcanic Island. Yeah, we playing Kraum. I cannot pay for Ristic Study. Go to combat.
Feel like I'm getting punched.
Don't take it personal. Just remove the Null Rod and the Chalice of the Void. Or it, Adam.
Yeah,
Great.
everyone with the gigantic evasive flyer, we can work together to kill Adam.
I'll pass.
I will untap for more. I'm gonna let it go. No, it was a Demir Signet though, which is close.
Null Rod's good card, huh?
It's so sick.
Not too shabby.
I'm so glad that nobody plays it besides fucking Adam. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I forgot to lose my life for my various things. 1 for the Mana Vault and roll for the Crypt. Even so, we're safe there. I think I will just pass the turn.
I'm going to crack in your end step before Adam gets to open mana for Opposition Agent. If that's all I have, though.
Untap, upkeep trigger. How many cards does everybody have in hand currly?
2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have 8 cards in hand, so I get to discard one of them. It's going to be that Grim Monolith I told you about.
Oh, thanks. I love having a free elf. Do you want to give me another free elf?
Yeah, I would love to. I will discard that Demir Signet I told you about.
It's at random, right?
It's at random?
Yeah, random.
I have no idea
yeah.
how this works. Fun. Okay, so we get to do a little rumble each turn.
Makes
And then
it
go
exciting.
and Shuffle up. It is. I do actually enjoy that. If you're gonna stack me out of the game, at least make it a little mini game I can play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We got a 5, an Orum's Chant going in the bin.
Oh, that's a funny card I just drew. I
And
feel
Infinite
like you
Tokens, thank you
guys
very much
won't
for
think this is
rolling
funny.
D7. No, probably not. I haven't done anything
I'll-
funny so far.
I'll start off paying 3 to have this turn Timber come in untapped. Attempt to cast a Chains of Mephistopheles.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I pass on it.
Just because this might end up on YouTube later, and I don't want to have to go through this, I'm going to put a manager in that.
That is
That's a transmute artifact, my friend.
That is the same thing, though, essentially. How about
it's
that
2
one?
blue mana, right?
There we go.
But now you know that I'm going to transmute that mana crypt, so I stopped taking lightning bolt every upkeep. I wanted to do it this turn a little bit, but I was like, I don't know. Adam's going to do something that fucking bumps me out, so I better hold that up.
We'll have fun today and get more counters to be cast when I slam this dark deal on the table.
Bomb trigger.
I will pay for the Ristic with my Elves of Findhorn.
Everybody
I
passing
have
on?
2.
I got 5.
I got 2.
I have 6.
I have Eternal Witness and Natural Order.
Discarding Mystic Remora and Mana Crypt.
Exotic Orchard, Red Blast, Esper Sentinel, Dress Down, Rain Freeze, Rite of Flame.
Dark Ritual, Praetor's Grasp, the Transmute, Lotus Petal, and Demir Signet.
So I'm going to get 13 elves off of those 13 cards that were discarded. I'll swing at Tad. We'll do a little 4-4 trading back and forth. All right,
I'm
and then
all
I'll
up.
pass.
I think I'm gonna just exile that brain freeze in Tad's graveyard with my Deathrite Shaman.
That's our
That's
only
okay.
hope.
Let everybody lose 2.
We're all hoping that Tab would win the game with an
Draw card. Go to combat, Dan. It's gonna be you again, I suppose. Get you for 2.
You want to
Pass my turn.
should have played out my
Tymna, paying for Ristic.
locator.
Go to combat. Adam, this Kraum's coming at you again. Dan, this Ranger Captain's at you. Second main, trigger Tymna. I'll play this Dranath.
That is the
Oh,
shittiest
boy.
thing I've ever heard, buddy. I literally just cast my fucking mana drain.
It would have been discarded anyways, so I'll pass the turn.
Oh no, I meant like I can finally cast Tivit because I drew a land. Yeah, I've got 2 mana drain pool in my mana right now. Speaking of, I also forgot to do all the things on my upkeep again. Mana Crypt, go to 16, and 1 for the vault. Well, shit, now I drew Time Twister and I kind of want to just cast it.
Wait.
It's not discard, though. It's not discard.
That's
I
true.
know, I mean... The other thing I can do is cast Grand Abolisher, which does nothing. I guess I only have to spend 1 mana realistically on this Time Twister, so it's probably fine. I'm gonna play a Polluted Delta. I'm going to sacrifice it, go to 14, and get an Underground Sea. And then I am indeed going to put a Time Twister onto the stack. I would like to cast Lavinia, Azorius Renegade. And that is the extent of cards in my hand that do not die to Null Rod or Chalice of the Void, so I will pass.
I will untap, upkeep trigger. Dylan, I'm going to have you do a random discard.
I'm gonna flash in Archivist of Agma. You can draw. 6.
It's a 6.
Then I will go to my draw. I will play a Forest for turn. I'll cast a Finale for 1. Pay for Ristic with the Cavern and draw off the Archivist. Look at that little dinosaur loving elf. I'm courting for 8.
I guess I can draw. I can draw off that one too.
Technically, it's when the search is done,
it.
so
The
Hoof
Crater
will
Hoof's
be on
already
the
in play.
I
battlefield.
don't.
So that will be a Crater Hoof on the stack. It's plus 20, plus 20.
That's sick. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I will die to that. Nice. Well, fantastic. Good play it, Adam. Man, this was a quick one, but this was a very spicy game. I thought that y'all will enjoy seeing this Nath win because Nath is not a card that you typically see across the table from you. And honestly, I didn't expect it to win this game because Stacks just can have a hard time closing it out. But man, Crater Hoof is a great way to close it out if you're trying to, especially with a bunch of elves. I think that there was maybe a couple of situations where Dylan and I were disrespecting the Nath at the table a little bit and kind of fighting each other. But Adam just continued to put the right pieces together, and me drawing him that 7 cards was just the fatal blow. And it also should be noted that the fatal flaw that I made was playing out that Lavinia. Lavinia is a very strong piece. It can act as a silence, but we all know the problem that we have with 3 Fairy in this format. It gives everyone else a silence too. We saw Tad flash that Fierce Guardianship at the end of the game. Dylan also flashed some counter interaction that he had. So had I not played that Lavinia, we would have been able to escape the 2 tutors there to get Crater Hoof on board and probably played this game out a little bit longer. Would the outcome have been any different? I don't quite know. Adam still had a ton of power and toughness on the board, so it's anyone's guess, but we would have at least bought ourselves another turn. A huge shouts to Adam. That was an awesome game, and thanks so much to our guests for coming and hanging out with me today. Of course, you can find their links all right down in the video description, as well as ways to support this show. Thank y'all so much for showing up and hanging out today, and we will catch you next time. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, one of the best ways to support us is by leaving a comment and hitting that like and subscribe button. It's incredibly helpful and always appreciated. If you want to support the channel more directly, join our Patreon to catch episodes early, join our private Discord, and get some other awesome benefits. One final thank you to all of our patrons who make great content like this possible. And thank you for watching. Be good to yourself, everyone.